Hello everyone, welcome to the third episode, and I'm still in Motion Builder, but in this episode I wanted to show you three different things. First, I want to show you how fast you can characterize one of those animation clips, and let me open it. So the last one was climb, wall, jump. Okay, let's do the other ones. Climb, wall, jump. Okay, so fall back, don't save. Let's start fast speed. Here we go. Now if it doesn't freeze, okay, now create a control rig. And we are done. So in less than 2 minutes, I tweaked one of the files from this guy to have a T-pose and the control rig set. Okay, 2 minutes. And you may miss some things here. So I'll give you a little tip and trick by opening the next file, but going slower and tell you the critical points. So when you open the file, first things as always is to get a null and reset its transforms. And first you should assign the root to the null, and then rotate the null -90 degrees and scrub through the timeline for 1 frame so that the null updates itself, and then rescale it. Now here's the tricky part. Make sure you're from 0 to the end of the animation and make a track animation. Don't select the null but the bones itself. Then right click and make a new clip. You don't need to save this clip at all because you will see why later. Now is the time to move back to -1, and that's the critical point, because if you don't do that when you are plotting your animation, it will plot only from 0 to the end, and it will miss the plotting of the T-pose. Now I put the T-pose in a folder that has only 2 files. This way the asset browser is loading fast. You should have the T-pose snapped right to the start of the animation. If you go inside of it, for example, like if I can mimic it like this, it will have some X shape. Then the T-pose is blending with the animation. We don't want that, okay? Sorry. So the T-pose should be from -1 to 0, and your animation from 0 to the rest. Then select both of them, right click and plot and plot. As you may notice, here is the record button. It will turn red and then gray. When it's gray, we are done. We can delete these guys. Then make a control rig. Now, if you remember, I saved my configuration, but let me show you the result. I'll select a bone to tell that, hey, this skeleton belongs to this character, and then load the template I saved. Pay attention that I don't have any prefix here. Okay, and finished my characterization. But let me tell you that, let's say that you were dragging and dropping all the bones here and you want to make the template. So hit the save, rename it to something, and here's the trick. You see this prefix? Remove it, unless your bones is something like character A underscore hips underscore etc. Then character A underscore spine underscore etc. Then you would put character A underscore in here, but you don't have anything like that. You see, it's just called root, so I don't have any prefix. So hit OK and replace the one. Now I can just lock it, biped, and then go to bake, control rig, FKIK, and we are done. Leave it or not. So this is one of the things, actually two of the things that I wanted to show you. One is how fast you can do the job. The second was the definition template. And I have two more things to show you. One of them is on climb idle. You will notice that when this file is loaded, unlike the other files, the skeleton is proportionally okay. But you may notice that there are two nulls, and if you are using Maya, the locators here, and if you look at the hierarchy here, you will see that the root is under these two. Now, if you encounter any kind of situation like this, you still want to make that null yourself, replace it, and take the root back to null for three reasons. One, consistency of your projects. So every time you open a file, you see, oh, okay, there's null. The first things under null is the bone root. The second thing is that your control rig name template, I was using the null name for the base of my characterization. So I need exactly the root under the null. The third reason, the character proportion is okay, isn't it? I scrub one frame. Oh, where did it go? Yeah, the character itself didn't have any scaling on itself. The scale was on those two nulls, and if you add another null on top of them and then do all the tricks I showed you here, then you will notice that your character is scaling up and down. Okay, so I'll remove them, put them on in there a null that has 1, 1, 1 scale. Then I can just scale it up. But as you notice, as always, we need to rotate it -90. I'll do it right there. You see, before even doing this, I'll make -90, and then I'll scale up, because this way at least I'll know the proportionals of my character. Then hide this guy, and then again the rest of the things. So make generic, pay attention that I'm in 0, and choose the bone under null, right click, make an clip, don't save this clip because this clip has no T-pose in it. Okay, you just need the clip there. And then now I should move it to -1 for the T-pose, and then the T-pose here. Okay. Another thing to consider is that if you have any kind of cloth simulation on your character, for example, I think there is a plugin called Shroud for Unity, you should take this T-pose and move it back, for example, like -50. And why is that? Because you want to give time to the cloth simulation program to simulate between the T-pose and this pose. Okay? If you just do that like what I'm doing here, then the cloth simulation won't work at all. So now that I have both of them, I again plot, freeze, okay. Now delete, again character, and select the root. And now I can call the one I made right now, and there we go. Take it and control it. And we are done, okay? Now, the last one is really sweet. Let me show you what I had and came with this idea later. You will see that I had a wall climb, and I made a duplicate of it and added a reverse suffix to it. Now, if you look at wall climb, by the way, it's a finished characterization file, you will notice that the left hand is top, it comes to down, and at the same time the right hand, come on, it's not the time for freezing. The right hand goes up, takes another edge and pulls himself up, okay? So it's in other words, it's going up motion. If I replay it back for you, it's a going up motion, okay? It's completely showing it. But what if I want to use the same animation for making a coming down animation? Well, fortunately, Motion Builder gave us this awesomeness. So what I have here is a character that is doing exactly the same motion, as you can see, but hey, I want the reverse of that. So what should I do? First, of course, I'll plot these to the scene to get rid of the timeline here. Delete this guy, okay? Now I'll open F-curves, enable the time warp, add a time warp, zoom in, and make another key on the frame 0. Come on, what just happened? Insert key. Come on. Why are you not happy? What the hell? Come on. I'm telling you to... what's going on? Window of curve. Selected. Insert key. Come on. It was working before. Why not now? It's insert key. I'm not sure why it's not working. Sometimes a motion builder goes silly. Those times, close it and reopen it. That's the only solution for that. Okay, here we go. So I'll enable the time warp, create, and zoom inside. And in 0 frame, I'll right click, insert key. Oh, come on! What's going on? No, Control Z. It should by all means insert a key for me. Apply. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, you should put the timeline there, I think. Yep, you should put the timeline there. Don't forget that. Okay, so I made a keyframe at frame 0. Okay, now I select this guy and say, hey, you go to frame 25, for example. This key, again freezing. What the curve? Oh, duplicated the curve now. Okay. Enable. No name. Okay. So this one would move to 44 because that was the end, and this one goes to frame 0 now. Okay, what I have done is just reverse the place of the starting and ending clip, but I'm reversing the animation here. So let's check it before hitting the apply because that's critical. Now if I play it from frame 1, you will see that now the character is going down. In other words, his left hand is on top, it's going down, and come on. The freeze is killing me. Now the other hand reaches up, and you see it's not pushing himself up anymore if it's not freezing. Yeah, here we go. You see, it's not pushing himself up anymore, and in other words, we reverse the motion itself. So I'll just hit apply, merge, close, and we have our animation. Okay, so from -1, again, because we have the T pose in -1. Where is it? Yep. And now I can make the control rig, define, select it, and do the rest. So that reverse timeline is really handy. You see, it's like it's going down anymore. For example, if I play it in reverse mode now, it should look exactly like it's going up. Because, in other words, we just reversed the animation. Anyway, that was all I wanted to show you. But I should tell that by the tricks for characterizing in fast mode that I showed you in the start of the video. When I was compiling the previous episode, and now it's uploading, but when it was compiling by Camtasia, I just went over 40 animation files and characterized them and finished them. So make sure that you use this character template here. Make sure that you remember where and when to switch back to -1. Make sure that you have always a consistency of your character, and that's all to it. And this is a little trick here, because I had put typos in the animation folder, and every time I was clicking the animation folder I had a lag because it was going to load 130 or 40 animations in here. And then I thought to myself, hey, I need this one for time being. I moved it to another folder, and inside the Unity I still have the animation folder, okay? But you can see how much laggy it is just to scrub through it. It's not freezing. It's went all the way to not responding, because now it's reading the 140 or 34 animation files. It will come back to life because I really like it. Motion Builder became so stable. The times that it freezes and then crashes down became minimal. But you can see that how big problem it is if you have a large library and you have a file that you want to use in that library all the times. Then you know, why not putting it in an upper folder that has only 1 or 2 files and loads so fast? So it seems that it is going to crash this time. Now, as I said, it comes back. Now I can scrub, but you saw at least a minute was wasted just to load this. But when I'm clicking this guy, it's fast. So why not doing that? That's a trick there. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I promise you guys, no, I won't promise you guys, because I have another episode in motion capture and motion builder files. That's one of the critical episodes that you should watch, because we are going to load a very dirty BVH file, a very jerky file that most of the time when you have a direct recorded motion capture file, you are encountered with the same issues. Bones are jerky, sometimes they are twisting around itself. In other words, the files that you are watching now is a cleaned up motion capture file. The real first time recorded motion capture file wouldn't be this clean. For example, you will have jerkiness in hip, your character will jump up and then down again, things like that, because the markers are being missed by cameras or any other sort of the motion capture technology. Of course, the file I will load is not a mocap file, but it has nice jerking in it, and I will tell you the reason in that time when I loaded that file. But we are going to see how we can clean a file that has very decent problems in it. And when you first time watch that file, you say, hey, it's unusable. That's all. But when we clean it, you'll see that it's 95% usable. So I really recommend you guys watch the next episode. And after the next episode, we will definitely go inside Unity. And between these 2 episodes and the Unity episode, I will finish all these guys and put them on this guy here. Come on, didn't I open you? File save, file open, file new, anyway. On these guys. And remember one thing, I may forget it in the last episode, but currently our biped is using a biped control rig, but Unity has no way of understanding the control rigs. So at the end of adding all the takes to the list, you should go take by take, one after another, and bake your animations on your skeletons. Don't forget that. It's a very important step. But as you see, we have a tick here that says plot all takes. That will help you a lot. But that's a critical point. If you don't do that, then when you import your character inside inside Unity, you won't have any animations because Unity has no understanding of control rigs. So have fun, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Until the next episode, goodbye.